The first step will be to solve for 0. So we need to get rid of this positive 1 on the right side. The opposite of positive 1 is negative 1. So we're going to subtract 1 from both sides. With subtracting 1 from both sides, we're left with 6d squared plus 5d minus 1 equals 0. Now we can factor this. If we use the box method, we would write 6d squared here and negative 1 here. The next thing would be to multiply these two. 6d squared times negative 1 is negative 6d squared. So we need to find factors of 6 that are going to give us positive 5d when we add them together. Alright, so if we use 1 and 6, we need to make the 1 negative and the 6 positive, because that way when we add them up, we get positive 5d. So we can now go back and add into our box our 6d and our negative 1d or negative d. Alright, so now we're going to factor out 6d squared and 6d have 6d in common. When we factor out 6d squared divided by 6d, that's going to leave us with d. And then 6d divided by 6d is positive 1. Now here at the bottom, when we factor out d, negative 1d divided by d is negative 1. And then negative 1 divided by positive 1 is negative 1 as well. So we know we now have 6d minus 1 times d plus 1 equals 0. Now we're going to set both equal to 0 and solve. We add 1 to both sides here, and we get 6d equals 1. The final step will be to divide both sides by 6. And here we would get d equals 1/6. Here we subtract 1 from both sides, and we end up with d equals negative 1. So for a final solution, written as a solution set from least to greatest, we would write negative 1 first, comma 1/6.